Tiger Woods is one of the greatest golfers to ever walk the face of the earth, but injuries have set him back. And at 46 years old, his shot at winning another major grows more unlikely with each loss. So, what are the exact odds he can win another one before retirement? Well, Nick and I attempted to come up with these odds. And in order to come up with these odds, first, Nick and I had to attempt to project when Tiger might retire. Yesterday, we were able to get some insight into this when Tiger Woods was interviewed right before the Open at St. Andrews, if he was going to retire after this Open. And he responded very quickly, "Who, me? Retire? No. Then he went on to admit that maybe he won't be playing at St. Andrews when it's at the Open again in 5 to 7 years. So we were able to get some insight in there. So Nick, share how we attempted to project the percent chance Tiger will be playing in each major for the next decade or so.
Certainly. So obviously this insight was kind of a key for us. And I think we used that in our individual estimates of, what probability he would play each major. So Sean and I, we kind of used the wisdom of the crowds approach, where we both individually attempted to assign a yes/no probability to each major, whether Tiger Woods would play in it or not. And then we averaged our two individual projections to get a wisdom of the crowds, right? The two-person crowd here. And it was really interesting because I gave Tiger slightly worse odds than Sean did of participating in majors in the next couple years. But as his career went on, as he moved into his 50s, especially beyond age 52, Sean was slightly more bearish than I was on Tiger Woods playing just in the Masters beyond age 52. So at that point, we said, let's kind of forget the probability that he plays in the US Open or the PGA or the Open Championship, and let's just look at the Masters. And I gave a little bit higher probability of Tiger Woods just playing in the Masters than Sean did. But averaging ours two together, I think we came up with a pretty good, reasonable projection. I know personally I gave a bump as well to Tiger Woods playing in the Masters at age 50, 55, and 60, because those are nice, like, round numbers, whole numbers, that humans just gravitate toward. And I could definitely see Tiger wanting to make a one-off appearance in the Masters at age 50, age 60, especially just, to say he did it at those milestones. And it's not unheard of. I mean, Tom Watson was in contention in the Masters at age 60. So in the end, when Sean and I averaged our projections and then looked at it all, we came in at around 15 and a half more majors that Tiger Woods would play in his career, with a slight lean to the over.
Yeah, so the next part, we need to project the chances Tiger would win each of those majors. And luckily, we already have betting odds for the next 4 majors. So Tiger's odds are somewhere between 80 to 1, 90 to 1 when you factor out the VIG for the next 4 majors or so. Then, 2024 and beyond, I made the odds for Tiger go up quite a bit. He's probably going to be greater than 100 to 1 going forward, I would think at that point. We could also assume that when Tiger is playing in these majors in the future, he's going to be pretty competitive. I think we're not going to see Tiger, hacking it up at 500 to 1, looking like me out there necessarily. So I think he'll try to retire before he gets to that point. So, the projected odds I had for each tournament never got too high, because we're assuming he's going to be competitive when playing. So I guess that leads us to, how we came up with the percent chance he will win another major.
Yeah. So by assigning a probability that he plays in each major and then assigning the odds that he wins the major, it's really just a simple linear equation. You just multiply the probability that he wins with the probability that he plays. And of course, the time that he doesn't play, he's not going to win at all. And you just add that up, and that's the probability that he wins each individual major. So now that we have a probability that he will win any given major, we can simply multiply the probabilities that he doesn't win each major together. And that'll give us the probability he wins 0 majors for the rest of the career. So we do that through all the majors that we projected, and we can get the probability of 0 wins. From there, we can do similar for 1 major. There, we just multiply the probability that he wins that 1 major with the probabilities that he loses all the other majors. And then we do this for each individual major and sum them up to get his probability of winning exactly 1 major. So now we know how many times he'll win 0. We know how many times he'll win 1. And the remaining probability is just the odds that he wins at least 2 or more majors. So when doing that, all said and done, our results gave us an 85% chance that he goes the rest of his career without winning a major. So very good odds that he does not win another major, but there is around a 15% chance that he still does. Of that 15% chance, we gave him a 13.9% chance of winning exactly one major and a 1.1% chance of winning multiple majors. So there's still a distribution on his outcomes. Don't think we'll be seeing Tiger Woods, tie or break Jack Nicklaus's record of 18 majors. But yeah, we wanted to see what you all thought because we came up with our own estimates. So Sean posed a question on Twitter of whether Tiger Woods would win at least one more major. And with about 1,000 votes in, 2/3 of you said you'd set his odds at less than 10%. However, about 1 in 6 of you set the odds between 10 and 19%. Another 7% of you set it between 20 and 30%. And the remainder, 8% of you, set his odds at over 30%. So that was really interesting. So we had a nice 1,000 person sample size. And if we just kind of ballpark an expected value from that, I basically took the midpoints of each range. We get that you all came up with a 12% chance that Tiger Woods would win another major, which is really close to our 15% chance.
Love it. So there you have it. We broke down the odds of Tiger's chances adding another major to his legendary career. Let us know what you think Tiger has, what it takes in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to the Action Network to stay up to date on all What Are the Odds episodes.